Hey guys, welcome back to the Cellar. Today we're going to be talking about Poltergeist in honor of its 40th anniversary. Yes, Poltergeist is 40 years old. But first, make sure you're following me on social media, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be right back. Poltergeist was released June 4th, 1982. It was written by Steven Spielberg and directed by Tobe Hooper. Cool fact, Tobe Hooper was actually chosen by Steven Spielberg. He was so impressed by his work on Texas Chainsaw Massacre that he's like, I want you to direct my movie. It is starring Craig T. Nelson and Heather O'Rourke. Another cool fact, Drew Barrymore was actually up for the role of Carol Ann, but Steven Spielberg wanted somebody more angelic, so Drew Barrymore actually got the E.T. role. The filming was like right back to back. But I thought that was pretty cool. I never knew that, but I can definitely see, Drew Barrymore has like that more, even though she's a little girl, she's a little more darker, and Heather O'Rourke was just like a little angel. She was just so precious in this movie. So this movie is about a family that moves into a new home that just happens to be haunted by the ghosts that are buried underneath the property. So yes, you heard me right. There is bodies underneath this property. Originally, there was a cemetery there, and the greedy development company decides, like, I'm gonna move people into this area. I'm gonna build homes, and that's what happens. You get haunted. So supposedly, this movie is actually cursed. It's rumored that the skeleton bones that you see in the pool scene and throughout the movie were actually real skeleton bones. Apparently that was a cheaper option. So the family moves into the home and they start experiencing poltergeists. Like the furniture starts moving and just odd things start happening. Like in the children's room, there's a scene where there's a clown that starts attacking her brother. Now, that is pretty horrifying as a child seeing this movie for the first time. It is scary. I actually did a cursed films of Poltergeist, and during that scene, the clown was actually strangling the little boy. Completely crazy and creepy, but this movie is just fun from start to finish. They then realize, okay, our home is haunted, our child is being drawn in by some type of, I don't know if it's a demon, it's a ghost, it's a, some type of poltergeist, hence the name. And they bring in some psychics. You meet Tangina, who's just this adorable little lady who is just coming. She's badass and she's gonna take care of these ghosts no matter what to help these family. There's a film crew there. It gets intense. It just goes on from there. But for anybody who hasn't seen this film, it is a cult classic. It is one of my favorites. I cannot believe it's 40 years old. It is very, very scary. There's a lot of jump scenes, and there is 3 for the series total. So my favorite part of these movies is Carol Ann, played by Heather O'Rourke. She is just the cutest and the sweetest little girl, and she just kills this role. Like, she has me convinced that she is seeing dead people. Another fun fact, Carol Ann actually has a goldfish in the movie, and Heather O'Rourke, the actress who plays her, keeps the goldfish and it becomes her pet in real life. I thought that was cool. So this movie, personally to me, has just been one of my favorites. It's always terrified me. I remember seeing it just as a young girl, and just the way it's executed, the scenes with the TV, like, made me want to stay away from the TV, but the scenes were just so cool to watch as just a young horror fan. It pulled me in. It made me appreciate these types of movies, and is one of the reasons why I am such a horror fan. I just love the franchise from start to finish. Each one gets scarier. This one's terrifying to me. The second one's even scarier, but it's just such a great film. After 40 years, Poltergeist is still one of the scariest movies ever made. It's one of my favorites. Comment down below. Let me know where you were when you first saw this movie. And make sure you check out my Cursed Films Poltergeist video. Definitely bring up a lot of the coincidences on set. We dissect it like to determine, is the film cursed? What was really going on? And as always, make sure you're following me on social media. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll be right back.